Greetings, exiles. This is a build update for my Pathfinder dual wielding swords Viperstrike of the Mamba, and I'll be going through some of the changes that I've made and the reasoning behind them. First things first, I've recrafted the swords. The swords have better physical damage, double crit multi on each of them, and some accuracy rating. Pretty standard stuff. I've also dropped some of the crit chance on the swords previously. If you've seen my previous PoB, on my previous video they have some crit chance, and I've decided to just double down on ambush and get some CDR on ambush, which takes it down to about 3-second turnaround, which isn't too bad. Without ambush you have about a 50% crit chance, and it is fine. You can hit about 2 to 3 times before ambush goes off cooldown, and you can reuse it again anyways. And for cooldown reduction, you could opt for 2 of these daggers, which gives you a total of 80% extra cooldown recovery rate of travel skills. Ambush is a travel skill, by the way, and that should bring you down to about 2-second ambush turnaround, which is not too bad. But if you're gonna run dagger anyways, you should be going trickster. Trickster CI will be far tankier than what I'm trying to do right now. And the reason why I'm doing this anyways in the first place is that I was too poor for good dagger bases, okay? I was too poor. The curse setups are now manually casted. The reason is because if I have a travel skill like Leap Slam or Whirling Blades, they have and link them to a mark on hit setup for Alchemist Mark, they do have a chance to poison. And I'll have to wait for about 3-4 seconds before the poison expires, then I can use Viperstrike of the Mamba, which is no bueno. That's not good. And to guarantee that that attack does not poison, I have to link it to Brutality. Brutality allows me to not deal any chaos and elemental damage, which poison is a chaos damage. So I would need a total of 3 extra sockets. Movement skill, Leap Slam, Whirling Blades for dagger people, Brutality and Mark on Hit, which I do not have. I don't have enough sockets. I've also dropped one of my rings for a Valerium, which allows me to run Blood Notch and Immutable Falls. This basically allows me to recover 55% of the damage that I take whenever I do actually get hit, which is very rare. And together with Progenesis, some regen, some damage taken from hits leech this life, and some recoup down here, I basically recover almost all of the damage every now and then, which is pretty rare honestly. I have Captivation, I have some Ward to occasionally get hit, and for Evasion to have enough time to reset its entropy and kick back in. For spells, I'm basically raw dogging it and just 100% spell suppress. Honestly, it's not that bad. You don't really die to spells. You mostly die to dot like a Lyra Desecrate Ground. That hurts a lot, even though I have a completed Soul of Arakali. That hurts like a bitch. You could go for a Lethe Shade if you were to go for a 3-point Voices, but more on that later. For Flask, previously I had like movement speed and a Void Shock on these. For Storm Shot, a Void Shock, Elemental Ailment Immunity, and now I've delegated those to a pair of shock boots. And for the missing movement speed, I go for Phase Run. With more duration support, I basically have 100% Phase Run movement speed uptime anyway, so yeah, it doesn't really feel that bad. And Steel Skin, I'm too lazy to fix strength to get Steel Skin to 20. This is good enough for now, honestly. I don't really care. Alright, for jewels, I'm basically getting like Corrupted Blood. What else? Cannot be maimed, cannot be hindered, and of course cannot be poisoned. So yeah, quite a lot of quality of life stuff going on here. Oh yeah, for bleeding, I have Watcher's Eye, unaffected by bleeding, but Steel Skin basically allows me to get the same thing anyways. This is just an extra plus. I got this jewel before I had the idea of putting Steel Skin on my setup, so it is what it is. And Steel Skin does have 100% uptime anyways. I mean, now with more duration support, it probably has a very high uptime, but I wouldn't count on that. Okay, for upgrade paths, well, 3-point Voices. So yeah, right now I'm rocking 2 5-point Voices. You could go for 3-point Voices, which allows you to do more fun stuff. So you have a bar, so you save like 1, 2, 3-4 points if you go double 3-point voices. And there's some pretty nice Thread of Hope that you can yoink here. Thread of Hope, Thread of Hope. I really feels large on one of these. Okay, for this Thread of Hope you can yoink Entropy, more skill effect duration here, Life, Assassination, Crit Multi, and even Mark of the Prey. Mark the Prey, pretty good. And if you want to do some funnies, you can go for some Flask effect down here, which is pretty fun. Or down here, you could go for a let's see, which one is this? I don't remember. Go for a very large. Oops, the wrong one. Bye bye. Yes. Was it the massive? For this thread here, you could get more reservation. You can get a bit more reservation, more aura effect, some accuracy down here. You could yoink quick step, which allows you to get rid of this node. You're already 100% suppression cap anyways. This extra 3% is useless, so you can yoink this. Pretty nice. You could also yoink Hunter's Gambit. You could yoink Life again. You could yoink this for some extra damage. You could also yoink this. Honestly, a pretty stacked Thread of Hope. Could yoink some of this for accuracy, and some life here as well. Pretty good. Yeah, those are some of your Thread of Hope upgrades. And sniping, some of the nodes that you can snipe for this build. Post-editing Nirvaxstiel here. I forgot to mention that you can just not go for the Thread of Hope and just path straight to Lethal Shade. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. With Skin of the Lords, you could go for like a Wind Dancer, Perfect Agony, or even Eldritch Battery, which you can get some energy shield from your ring, invest into some of the catalysts, get the energy shield up, and you should be able to have just enough energy shield to use all these skills. For strength, if you want to do some crazy shit, you could always go for a brutal restraint here, right? You could go, was it brutal restraint? No, lethal pride. Lethal pride, you could go for something like melee crit multi for perfect agony shenanigans. You could go for some leech, which is kind of nice. Life, endurance shots on kill will be very big. What else? Yeah. Overall pretty good, and you can instantly save your strength situation. And we can get steel skin up. Let's see, how much more effect hit rate? How much more tanky do I get? Yeah, about 5,000 extra. It's not bad. Yeah, it's okay. It's something. Alternatively, maybe if you somehow get more reservation efficiency, you could go for a Flesh and Stone. Flesh and Stone makes you a little bit tankier. Yeah, those are some of the as you can see, the reserve mana is like pretty okay. It's not that big of a deal. You get a clarity here. Yeah, you have enough. You have enough. So yeah, those are some of the upgrade potentials that you can do. I am basically done with 97. I am sick of this build. I do not want to play this build anymore. This league has been pretty good. I still have the dog in me left to play about 1 or 2 more builds. I will go back to the drawing board, and I'll see you guys next time. As for what I'm doing, I've been cooking with some Divine Retribution bullshit, some Ignite Chieftain bullshit, and yeah, nothing's set in stone. Maybe some traditional Cock CI. I haven't played Cock CI's Nova in a while. At the moment, it has about 3 million, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not amazing. It's okay. Yeah. That's all I have for you folks. See you next time.